Hey everybody, welcome to my channel! This is a Twin Flames reading for the week of August 25th. Messages from the Divine Feminine. What is going on, Divine Feminine? What's up with the collective Divine Feminine? So-called Divine Feminine, of course. I am a so-called Divine Feminine Twin Flame, yes. And my other self, also known as Twin Flame, my other self, who is a female, is what is known as Divine Masculine. Now, these are colloquialisms, and it's fine. It's just a word. Right? It's just a word, it's fine. But let's be clear about what we're talking about, right? Language is important because you need language to communicate. But what exactly are we talking about on this channel when we talk about Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine? Well, first of all, to be clear, there is actually no such thing as Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine. That's not a thing. In the sense of gender, it's not based on gender truly. The reason that those terms are out there, the reason that people use them, the history there is originally long ago, maybe not that long ago, but relatively long ago, right? Within the last century, I'm sure. When people were first starting to really notice what was going on with twin flames, they would see the twin flame dynamic going on, or they were experiencing it, and then others who saw this going on, or maybe it happened to them and they were a really good channel, people would channel all this information from source. Oh, this is what's going on, you're one soul, etc., etc. And at the same time, people would see in the 3D physical reality they saw almost always, almost 100% of the time. We now know that there are exceptions, obviously. Here I am, I'm an exception, right? But they would see a woman chasing a man. And yes, almost all the time, not 100%, but the vast majority, overwhelming majority of the time, it is a woman chasing a man. And so people would see that, and then, you know, they're looking at this other information that these other people are channeling. People much more talented than me. You would have a community, people writing books, people talking about it, people trying to figure out what's going on. And from this quagmire of information and activity, somebody came up with the terms Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine during this process of trying to figure out what was going on. Because again, you would almost always see a woman chasing a man. Oh, well, they're one soul. It's a divine connection. It must be Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, right? And that seemed like a logical conclusion at the time. Now, as our understanding of twin flames has evolved, it turns out that gender doesn't actually have anything to do with it at all. I have another video on this channel. If you did not know this, I don't just read tarot readings. In fact, what I do has very little to do with tarot readings. The tarot readings are really just kind of a bonus, to be honest with you. What I really do is I am a twin flame coach. I'm a consciousness coach. Go watch my other videos, right? I have a video called What Are Twin Flames? And I explain this. It's a polarity. You are like a magnet. You and this other person. You are one. It's not two magnets. It's one. right? To be clear about my analogy. And it's actually a pretty good analogy. And it's because of the way energy works in our physical reality of dualities. It's a polarity. It's a polarity. You are the positive polarity of your soul, and your divine other self, your twin flame, is the negative polarity of your soul. And so after the initial breakup, when the initial running and chasing bit starts, you can tell who's who, because the chaser is the positive polarity. That energy chases after the negative polarity. And the same is true in a magnet or a battery. The flow of energy flows from the positive pole to the negative pole. It's a polarity, it's energy. Gender doesn't have anything to do with it, actually. It's just a reflection of the metaphysical energy between you and your other self. And, of course, as soon as I open up this conversation, all kinds of questions ensue. Oh, well, what happens if I actually stop chasing? I've actually had them chase after me and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, there can be in the 3D physical reality where you pull back your energy and there's a vacuum and they seem to be chasing after you for a while. But if you take the bait, they run away again, right? At least if it's truly a twin flame connection. Well, anyway, guys, go watch my other videos if you would like to do that. I made it easy for you. Go to the main page of my channel here, New World All-Star Twin Flame. Go to the main section of this channel. Go to the playlists menu, and there's a playlist called How to Get Your Twin Flame, and watch those videos. And it's the second video, What Are Twin Flames? And it should leave no doubt what that is. I am cooking some hash browns. So I'm going to pause this video for just a second. You won't notice, but I'm going to pause this video for just a second. I'll be right back. I just got to go stir the hash browns up. And I'm back. See, I told you wouldn't notice. And actually, they are home fries. I don't mess around, right? I got organic Yukon Gold potatoes, cut them up by hand, boiled them, and now they are on the fry. All organic, all natural, and delicious. All right, check it out, guys. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. And this makes a lot of sense because of what's been going on with the collective energy lately. Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine. And many of you have been making this comment. You seem to have a lot of choices, a lot of options. There's many of you who I've noticed mentioning this fact. There's other people who seem to be attracted to you suddenly. You're attracting many other love interests. And if it's not a love interest, it's an opportunity. It could be a career opportunity. Probably most of you, it's a love interest, being that this is basically a love reading, but not always. There's been a lot of opportunities coming out of the woodworks. There's a lot of opportunities for you, and it could be all of those things, actually. It could be all of those things. So your energy, every time it levels up, that seems to happen. People are attracted to your higher vibration whenever we level up, and that's definitely what Divine Feminine has been doing lately. Look at this. Recent past, Queen of Cups in reverse. And so this kind of dovetails nicely in with what I was just talking about. This is the evolution of your energy. So if we're in recent past, this is where your feminine energy is getting ready to level up. This is like an explosion of divine creative feminine energy, um, like bubbling underneath the surface, getting ready to pounce, getting ready to come out, getting ready to explode. And I'm reading that as pure, as straight energy. That could be interpreted widely, but my interpretation today is the energy of that Queen of Cups card. And it's this deeply nurturing, feminine, creative energy. And when it comes out in the reverse, like that, ordinarily with a major arcana card like that, we're talking about energy that is preparing, energy that is getting ready to explode, to come onto the scene, to bubble to the surface, as I put it. Towards your situation, this is a beautiful combination. Look at this, Divine Feminine, the Moon next to the Six of Wands, recent past. So we've been doing a very good job of embracing the mystery now, haven't we? Yes. You're very, very comfortable with not having all the answers about what's going to happen in your life. You are embracing the mystery. And to the ego, the thing is it feels like that. It feels like you're embracing the mystery. It seems scary at first. But here's the thing about the creative process, and let me reword that. The process of creation, the process of manifesting. You don't need to have all the answers up front all the freaking time, right? If you don't embrace this process and just trust the universe, trust God, that everything's going to work out, you don't manifest great things. You're always clinging to, say it's money that you want to manifest. Just to use an example, when you cling to that outcome, you push it away. You have to let go and say, you know what? I believe it's going to happen, but I don't care if it does. Maybe it won't. I don't care about the outcome, but I believe it will. That sounds like a contradiction. It's not. You have to embrace all possibilities because you are all possibilities. You are the universe. This is a deep spiritual concept, and it's so deep that it goes beyond conceptualization. It's a becoming, it's a being, it's a knowing. We embrace the mystery and trust that the divine is going to bring us these things. You don't plan it out. Think of your typical baby boomer couple, for example. And for those of you who do not live in the United States, what a baby boomer is a generation or two or three. I think it's between 1 and 3 generations. After World War II, they came home, the troops came home. They had the GI Bill, the economy exploded, there was a lot of growth, the Federal Reserve pumped a lot of money into the economy, and people just started having babies. It's the baby boomer generation. Well, anyway, your typical baby boomer couple is going to be working carefully towards a future goal, saving their money for retirement, paying off their house over time, settling down. They start in say their early 20s, and then they finish up by the time they're in their mid 60s. They retire. They've raised a few kids. They have a house that's paid for. They're all set up, and they retire. How they got there was by steadily chipping away and planning for their future and saving up and working towards that goal. Taking those steps, always with the goal in mind of working towards that outcome, right? And knowing that if they work steadily at it, chip away at it, that it's going to happen. This is different. This is true manifestation. This is, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to let go. So this would be like not saving up for retirement and just hoping that you're going to win the lottery or something at some point and you'll be fine. Which to the ego sounds very, very dangerous because that's beyond your control. Or is it? See, when you're a master manifester and you trust the universe is going to make it happen for you, it does. It does. And you are always, always brought the exact right circumstance at the exact right time when it's needed. And you never know what to expect. Something happens and you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that, but this is perfect. And it just works. It just works. Now that sounds like magic, but it's not. That's you aligning with the law of attraction and letting go. And to whatever degree that you are currently doing that in your life, I'm not saying quit your job and stop saving up for retirement, but to whatever degree you are doing that, you know that you have taken those strides and you're having a lot of success in recent months. And you know it. You see how your life is different now. And that is amazing to you on some level. Like, I can't believe I've gotten to this place. Wow. I can't believe I'm here. This is strange. Now, towards your divine masculine, Two of Wands, the Emperor in reverse. So towards your divine masculine, we're feeling there's, and again, this is recent past. A lot of you have been kind of in rejection mode, right? Which is not unhealthy at all. If it's taken a teaspoon at a time, you know, hopefully it wasn't a bucket full. But just, I guess, like making yourself let go, making yourself detach, making yourself get over this connection because you know that clinging isn't helping anyway. And being very macho about it, being very demanding about it. Like, I've got to let this go. I've got to move on. I can't keep clinging to this. I know this isn't healthy. I have to do something. And whenever your addictive tendencies to be addicted to this connection seem to start taking over, you know, here comes the addictive energy, and you're like, no, bad. And to whatever degree that you have been doing that, it's been working. It's been working. That's why there's this vacuum. That's why there's this void, like I explained earlier in this video. When it seems like your masculine is chasing you, it's not because like a polarity switch happened. It's because you created a void, a vacuum in the shared energetic field between you and your twin. That's why it seems like he's chasing you. It's really neutralized. And so something comes in to fill that void, your divine masculine. That's why this Four of Cups is coming out, because we're so neutral. And even if you've only experienced that for a short time, it seemed very strange to you because sometimes it can be associated with a feeling of, like for me, it was kind of like I felt like I was not attached to this physical world anymore. And this lasted for about a week. It was very strange, very strange. And it usually tends to trigger your twin to come in, and this is where the whole back and forth bit between two twins happens to a lot of people. They come in, they run away, they come in, they run away, they come in, they run away, and there's a reason for that. It's your energy. It's your energy. Now, for this week, for the meat of the week, towards your situation, Divine Feminine, Ace of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords. This is a very interesting combination, seemingly contradictory, but it isn't. It goes perfectly with this Four of Cups, and what I was just talking about, what I was just describing is kind of that neutral kind of energy, that unbiased. It's like this. I'm not doing and I'm not doing. And I know some of you who've been on my channel for a while have heard me explain that concept before. It's neutral. It's neutral. It's not that you love and it's not that you don't love. It's not that you want and it's not that you don't want. It's neutral. It's neutral. You have embraced the mystery, okay? And you know it. You feel really good about that. You're very, very proud of yourself. You don't understand what this is, this energy. I mean, I'm explaining it to you right now, so maybe you do. But the ego, the mind, is rooted in this system of duality. That's what our reality is based on, is duality. And when you're at that 0 point between the love end of the spectrum or the fear end of the spectrum, when you're here, it's that feeling of neutrality, and it seems very strange to your ego. It feels like emptiness, and it may even be very alarming to your ego, because you're like, whoa, this isn't healthy, this isn't normal, I don't feel any intensity of emotion or anything, I feel actually nothing. What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on is you're replacing that addictive energy with the pure source energy of your soul. And I think on a deep level, you just have this knowing that that's what's going on, but you maybe didn't understand it conceptually, and that's why when this happens, it's confusing and even scary, because your ego is like, whoa, I can't do anything. It's like your ego, like imagine your ego is like your hand or a person or whatever, right? And it's been injected with like 100 shots of Novocaine, and it can't feel anything. It's numb. It's still there. It's still alive. It's still conscious. It still is looking at everything, the ego, but it's numb. It feels nothing. It's neutral, right? And it's a little scary, because you're like, why can't I feel my hand? What is going on? Oh my God, right? It's like that. It's like that. Now, towards your so-called divine masculine, your counterpart, right off the bat, King of Cups, and then Two of Pentacles in reverse. Bam! This is exactly what I'm talking about. This whole row right here is trying to describe this concept of neutrality. I'm really glad I got this new deck. This new deck seems to be reading the energy of this, and I believe that probably the energy is on this table, these crystals. I got this new clean deck, doesn't have any energy on it, and it's reading the energy very, very cleanly. This King of Cups and Two of Pentacles in reverse, of course, is your flipping around the duality energy. This card is representing the flipping, the neutralization of that positive negative, okay? There's a positive and there's a negative. This is the system. This is the system of the ego, of the mind, which on a larger scale with you and your divine other self, you're the positive and they are the negative. And you're feeling this sense of neutrality towards them. You don't know why. You feel like, I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. Right? You just don't give a fuck. And it started with you just being like, fuck off. Towards your divine masculine. And not even towards him. It was more like your own energy. Yeah, exactly. You were like, this is fucked. I gotta stop. Stop! You're like yelling at yourself. Stop! God damn it. Chill out. Why are you so addicted to this person? Right? And you're being very forceful like that. And then something happened. And now you're in this kind of like neutral zone. And it's that energy. It's that energy between you two being neutralized. And to sum it up quickly, and I'm going to pull an oracle card here in just a second, but to sum it up quickly, it's really your spiritual ascension. That's really what's going on. And people don't realize that's how this works. And again, that's why you seem to be attracting people. Or this coming week, you're going to see that intensify. People, opportunities, circumstances, there's going to be a lot of variety because your energy is leveling up. Your consciousness is expanding. It's pushing through the duality consciousness, separation consciousness of your ego, and the pure love energy, pure source energy of your soul permeates even stronger from within you and transcends that separation duality consciousness. Your energy increases, your vibration increases. It's called spiritual awakening. I'm just describing it in, I guess you could say, scientific terms. That's what I do on this channel. I explain how the system works, how the ego interacts with the soul, and what that is. And it's based on the divine truth of creation, of the very basic laws that makes this universe operate. Duality, relativity, as Einstein called it. This isn't my teaching. These are very ancient teachings. Scientists would refer to the energy of the soul, if they even acknowledged that it existed. But if they did, they would refer to it as a singularity. The ancient mystics who derived these concepts and principles thousands of years ago, they would have called it the absolute. Singularity, absolute. Very similar, those two terms, and that's not an accident. We just have more modern ways of describing them, and science is actually proving that these ancient concepts that the mystics have been talking about for thousands of years are true. With science. With science. So, your consciousness expands, and it pushes through the duality separation consciousness of your mind. What that feels like to you for a time is this kind of neutral zone. But there's more. There's more beauty that comes after this. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. All right, let's do an oracle card, y'all. And again, guys, if I'm using these terms and you're going, what the fuck is he talking about? Go to the main page of this channel. Go to the playlists menu and look for the playlist called How to Get Your Twin Flame. The second video is called What Are Twin Flames? And I describe in great detail some of these very deep concepts. And again, it's based on ancient teachings and even modern science. Science has described some of these things without realizing that they're doing that. And for that, I could be labeled a, I don't know, a cretin, a moron. I don't know, scientists. It's like you have to be a fucking atheist to be a scientist, almost, in today's world. So they're going to deny that any of this stuff exists. That's fine. But from my observation, and from the observation of other mystics, science is actually starting to prove some of these divine principles that mystics have been talking about for thousands of years. Duality, singularity, right? And it's just how the universe operates. It's just how it functions. That's just how it functions. And you are a function of that. You and your divine other self, your twin flame, are a function of the relativity, duality of the universe. Your soul is a singularity. To exist on this plane, it has to polarize in order to exist in the 3D universe. And that polarization takes place at the level of the mind, which is your you and your divine other self. It takes place at that level. That's why there's the obsessive thinking and the dark night of the soul, right? Because that polarization is at the level of the mind, the astral body. That's why that obsessive thinking is triggered in the dark night of the soul process when you encounter your divine other self, because that polarization is so eminent between you two. They are you. They are you. It's an exact vibrational match, so nobody triggers you like they do. And what happens? You awaken spiritually. You awaken spiritually. And if you're feeling this neutral zone energy, that's part of this process of awakening. Very, very interesting. And as always, guys, if you want to work with me, if you want to attract your twin flame to you like magic, just like I did, if you want to attract them to you, you just have to understand these laws and work with your energy, neutralize the energy between you two, and work with it on a continuing basis. I have the tools. I know how to do that. And you just have to monitor yourself, your emotions, and your energy. It's very, very simple once you learn these basic laws. And also, I will coach you on the emotional, addictive aspects of it. That is a problem, because the energy that you're working with is you. It's you. That's why it's so hard. It's not a machine or a device or a gizmo or something that's outside of you. It is you. And so it can seem very difficult because we're talking about your feelings, and that can be tough. Hit me up, guys, twinflameallstar.com. You can get started right now. My Introduction to the Journey online video course. It's 5 hours of video. I will explain all of these laws to you in great detail with pictures and very good analogies, explanations, how the energy works, why you feel the things you do when this energy is doing certain things. And then after I'm done explaining that, I explain to you what twin flames are and how you can work with this energy to attract your twin flame to you perfectly. And what is it? What does that look like? I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like the true spiritual journey. I don't teach anything that's far-flung at all. This is traditional spiritualism, the true spiritual journey. Your twin flame is your soul. I guess you need to merge with your soul. True spiritualism. True spiritualism. You can work with me. You take the 5-hour video course, watch the 5-hour video course. You get a follow-up session with me so we can talk about your situation when you're done watching the videos. And then you get to try out my workshop for free. For free. And I just bumped up the free trial of the workshop to 2 weeks. It's 2 weeks. You get to watch the videos, 5 hours. You will not have any question marks by the time you're done watching my videos, guys. I spell everything out. I make it very, very clear what this is, how it works, what the laws are. And this is just the laws of the universe. It's not my teaching. It's just what's true. It's just what is. Okay? And I relate it to twin flames. You will know exactly what twin flames are and exactly what to do about your situation. I don't leave any gray areas. You won't be fuzzy at all. You will not. You will not. You will know exactly what to do. Okay? And then when you're done watching the video course, you and I talk about your situation, and then we get you in the workshop so that you can keep working with me on a continuing basis. And you guys, these tools that I'm giving you are very inexpensive. They're very inexpensive. There's other people that charge thousands of dollars. And there's a lot of other people that charge thousands of dollars. I do not. I do not. I believe in doing things ethically. I only charge $269 up front for the 5-hour video course. You get the follow-up session with me when you're done watching and the free trial to the workshop. It's only $269. It's the Introduction to the Journey. You can sign up today, guys. And if you can't afford $269 all at once up front, I have payment plans. You can get started today for only $50. Now, there is a $50 setup fee for the payment plan. So if you can afford to pay the $269 up front, you might want to do so. You can do that through my website, twinflameallstar.com. If you need to do the payment plan, no problem. There is that setup fee, but it's only $50. And then you can make small payments over a long period of time. I think it's like $65 or $70 a month. So you pay $50 up front, and then it's like $69 something over the course of, I think, 4 or 5 months. And so I split it up into smaller payments for you if you can't afford to do the whole $269 up front. So I've got payment plans, guys. Hit me up, twinflameallstar.com, twinflameallstar1111@gmail.com. Let's do this Oracle deck now. See what the good old Oracle has to say to the Divine Feminine this Sunday. What does the Oracle deck have to say to the Divine Feminine this Sunday? What have you got for us? It's back here. Or is it? I just want to make sure I pick the right card. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh, all right. Well, here we go, guys. Romance. What happens when you create this vacuum, this void, this neutral energy between you and your divine other self? Boom, they come in like a freaking rocket. They do. They come in. Every time, like, you would go through some kind of layer of detachment. Did you notice how they seem to gravitate towards you? They start talking to you. Mine would just, whenever we were in this part of the journey, she would just come screaming out of left, like it's like she just rejected me like a couple days earlier. I went through some level of detachment, and boom, here she comes out of her fucking mind in love with me, with little hearts in her eyes. You know the happy face emoji that has the little hearts in its eyes? Yeah, like that, you guys. And she would just be demanding that I talk to her. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And it just kind of blew me away because I'm like, wow, this shit is real. Wow. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. It's like I had some kind of magic wand or something that I could use on this person. But what's interesting is it's not really a magic wand. If you think about it, it's an unmagic wand, isn't it? Because we're detaching. We're letting go of the need and the want for this person. It's like magic, though. Whenever you do that, how they seem to gravitate towards you. It's very, very interesting. Now, towards the end of the week, we have the Two of Cups in reverse. So I think we're going to kind of be getting every bit out of this neutral energy that we can. We're going to take it for everything it's got, right? You're going to continue the process of eliminating the addictive energy. And again, as I mentioned earlier, this isn't some external mechanism or machine or gizmo to you. It is you, right? So the felt experience can be your emotional energy. All right? So what that feels like is addiction. You feel addicted to your twin flame, right? That's why the tarot readings are so addictive. And learning about twin flame information is so addictive. And you talk to them and you obsess over them. It's addictive energy because it's your energy. Okay? But I think we're going to be very, very careful not to feed into that, at least not too much. I think for the most part, the collective is actually doing a very good job. And then this is where some interesting things are going to happen. That's where this Seven of Cups energy comes in, the Fool, next to the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So you're going to notice other opportunities coming into your physical reality. Okay? And this Ten of Pentacles is coming out in reverse, but it's with the Fool. So this is going to be highly, highly focused on you. It might not be a romantic connection per se. It might not be a romantic connection in particular. It could just be money, new friendship, some opportunity at your job. Maybe you're trying to buy a house or a car, or you want to take a trip, you want to take a vacation, or maybe it's you finally have more time to just relax and be. I don't know. There could be any number of things. And then, of course, this Page of Wands next to the Eight of Wands in reverse towards your Divine Masculine. This is this slowing down, this kind of letting it be energy. I'm just going to relax and enjoy this connection. Or not enjoy this connection, but just allow the evolution of this connection to take place without poking and prodding at it. Just letting it be and not trying to do anything, just allowing it. So there you go, guys. Great reading, lots of relaxed energy, not